I just have the primal urge to share this story that I just came across. The title: My husband and I got a paternity test on our daughter and it came back negative, but I never cheated. Now, he thinks our relationship is a lie and he wants a divorce. What should I do? I don't know how it happened and I haven't been able to stop crying all day. I never cheated. I love my husband. We've been together since college, and he is truly the love of my life. He's handsome, he's kind, and while I've slept with two other people, both were before we got together. There is no other potential father for our daughter. We were married already and actively trying for a baby. I don't know why he took the stupid test, because I would never ever cheat. But it came back negative, and now he thinks he's not her father. I don't know how to convince him that it was a faulty test, and I'm just so scared. These past few months, it's like he's become someone completely different from the man that I married. He's cold and suspicious, and he keeps demanding to see my phone and wouldn't tell me why. And I showed him at first, but eventually told him I wouldn't anymore unless he explained why. He's been distant with our daughter too. He stays in his office for hours on end, and I don't know what he's doing. I did not cheat. He accused me this morning, saying he's done the test after realizing that our daughter's eyes are brown, wouldn't naturally come from ours, which are both blue. And that he wanted me to get out of the house. I didn't leave, and he locked me out of our bedroom, and now I'm in my daughter's room. This is absolutely terrifying. What should I do? The specific advice I want is, how can I prove I'm innocent and how to make sure that this relationship works? I want to keep my family together at all costs. Also, I just had a conversation with my husband. He's out of his room now, and we discussed some things. I told him again that I would never cheat and started talking about a list I'd made of tests I want done. But he told me that he didn't want to hear it right now. We're going to have a little longer conversation tomorrow, and he said that he still loves our daughter and he won't try to keep me out of the house or our room for now. I asked him to hug me, and he did. I'm scared that I won't be able to convince him. I just want our family to go back to normal. How can I be a good wife and support his needs while still proving my innocence? Wow. So you guys, this is obviously a very sticky situation. And I was trying to figure out what the issue could be as well. Like, I was really trying to rack it up in my brain. I'm like, is she lying? Like, what's going on? This guy, the way he's treating her is messed up, but understandable, But y'all, do you want me to post a part 2? Because it gets juicier. The part 2 is crazy. Let me know in the comments. Ask for a part 2, so here we are. And to catch up the newcomers, here's a short summary. A husband had a paternity test done, and it turns out that he's not the father of the daughter. The wife claims that she never cheated and does not understand how this happened. Here's part 2. So I ended up making a list of plans and tests, and I wanted to get done. My husband was understandably distrustful of me for a while, but he apologized for the way that he acted, which I didn't need, and said he wouldn't try to kick me out of our room. He did say, though, that if every test came back and I cheated, then he was going to go. We did a few tests, blood paternity tests for him and me and our daughter, and we had an appointment with the chimerianism specialist coming up. But that canceled because, well, some of y'all did guess it already, but my daughter is not biologically mine either. I don't know how this happened, but a police officer came to our house and took our statements, and we're suing the hospital where I gave birth. I don't know what happened to my baby, and that is terrifying. I have my husband back, but my whole world has been upended. And I just wish he'd never taken that stupid test. I've been sleeping in my daughter's room because I'm so afraid that she might be taken away from me. But at the same time, I want to know where my biological daughter is and if she's okay. My daughter still doesn't know the details, and we've been trying to keep this quiet. The last thing we need is a big scandal. I don't want people who know us to look at her differently. She deserves better than that. She's such a good kid, and she's not some spectacle to be gawked at. If we can find her birth family, I have no idea what we'll do. I guess the best case scenario would be to get a bigger house and all live together, but I don't know if we can afford that, or if they'd even go for that, or if we'll be able to locate them, or if I'm just crazy. This whole situation is crazy. I don't know how anyone else has been in a situation like this. I mean, are there support groups or parents of kids who got mixed up? I Googled and nothing came up. Literally, I'm just getting tabloid articles from trashy magazines. How do we tell our daughter? I mean, we can't tell her now. She'll tell the kids at school, and then that'll be everywhere. But we have to say something. I don't know, whatever I did.
Hello friends, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for clicking. Kindly subscribe. So today's video, we are talking about a tricky and emotional one. What happens when a woman is faced with devastating news that the paternity test for a child comes back negative. Yes, she insists she never cheated. It's a scenario that can cause so much confusion, heartbreak, and judgment. And it's something we need to unpack carefully. Imagine you're in a committed relationship, you have had a child, and you are convinced your partner is a father. You never cheated, and there's no doubt in your mind that everything as it should be. Then suddenly, your world comes crashing down. The paternity test, the thing that should confirm what you already know, comes back negative. For most of the women, this is a moment of shock, disbelief, and even horror. How could this be? There is no logical explanation that comes to mind, and suddenly you find yourself in a position where you are questioned, blamed, and even judged. Unfortunately, the first reaction many people have is to assume that the woman must have cheated. It's almost a societal reflex. She get blended as unfaithful, dishonest, or manipulative, even if she's certain that's not the case. But what if she really hasn't cheated? We often forget that there can be medical, administrative, or even laboratory errors that might lead to a false result. However, in most situations, no one thinks all of those possibilities at first. Instead, the woman is quickly painted as a villain. Imagine the emotional toll that would take. Not only is your partner angry and hate, but your entire character is now in question. You have built a life with someone, and now you are in a position where you are being accused of one of the worst betrayals. The mental and emotional strain is too much. In a situation like this, women can feel isolated, even doomed. Friends, family, and even her partner may not believe her. There is often no quick fix, no way to prove that she didn't cheat aside from her word. And for some people, that's not enough. Let's talk about the child for a moment. If the father believes that the test results and distances himself, it's not just the woman who suffers, it's a child. The child might lose their relationship with the person they have known as their father, someone who they trust and love. And even though the woman claims she never cheated, the child is ultimately the one caught in the crossfire. This emotional fallout can last a lifetime. The child may grow up without knowing the truth of the situation, and even if they do, it doesn't erase the pain caused by a lift in the family. Here is something we often forget to consider. The test itself, while paternity tests are highly accurate, they are not infallible. Lab errors, sample mix-up, or even rare biological phenomena like others can lead to incorrect results. For instance, occurs when a person has two different sets of DNA in their body. Though rare, it's a biological quirk that could result in misleading paternity tests. In some cases, retesting or investigating possible errors might reveal the initial test result was wrong. But by that time this happens, the damage could already be done. So what can we take away from this scenario? First of all, we need to stop jumping to conclusion about infidelity the moment a paternity test goes wrong. Before condemning someone, we should explore all possible explanations from errors to medical anomalies. Communication between partners is also key. It's important to approach this situation with empathy, no blame. If the relationship is to survive, both partners need to be open to hearing each other out. And for the woman involved, she needs to support, whether from friends, family, or professional, to navigate through this incredible tough time. We also need to recognize the impact this has the child. At the end of the day, the focus should always be on their well-being and emotional healthy. Regardless of this, paternity results, their feelings and needs must be at the forefront of any decision. This is one of those situations where everyone loses if we aren't careful with how we handle it. The woman may feel doomed because of paternity tests, but her life, her integrity, and her future don't have to end with one piece of paper. As difficult as it is, she deserves the chance to explain, to be heard, and to explore all possibilities, reasons for the result. So, what do you think, guys? How should a situation like this be handled? Let me know in the comment section below, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell so that you never miss any of my videos. Bye bye.